So, hello everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Melanie. Um, yeah. So, today I wanted to talk about Kanye. So, I know this is a controversial topic because, um, let's just say he's not in the best state of mind right now, and a lot of people probably are not too fond of him, but I think that musically he has shown us that he really is a genius in that sense. Personally, these last few albums, I'm not a huge fan of. I like some of the songs. Um, but like from My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy down, those are like OGs. Like I love those albums. And I truly do love Kanye, and I think I love his music. I think that him as a person, um there's some things that I might not agree on, but I think musically, we're talking about the music here. So today, I wanted to give a kind of lecture, not really. I got inspired to do this because I was like, I don't really know much about him. Like, I don't know much about him as a person, like how he came up. I was pretty young when he came up, so I didn't really even listen to his music till I was like probably like 10 or 11 when I actually understood his music. So yeah, um, and you can see my post-it notes there, very cute. So I'm gonna be reading from my notes on my phone. So welcome to the class. So Kanye West was born June 8th. He is a Gemini. It's Gemini season. I'm a Gemini, so I'm very, very hype. A lot of the artists that I like are also Gemini, and let me just tell you, musically and artistically, a lot of people are Gemini. So if you're a Gemini, I'm not saying you have to be in the music industry or the art industry. I'm just saying you're probably more likely creative than not. So he is known by Britianson, I'll leave it down below, um, as a American producer, rapper, and fashion designer. I got most of this information from that website and from Wikipedia, of course. And yeah, so I didn't want to like copy and paste everything because like that's kind of boring, but his musical career has been marked by dramatic changes in style, incorporating an eclectic range of influences, including soul, baroque pop, electro, indie, rock, synth pop, industrial, and gospel. I would also add to this literally jazz, um, oh, they do have soul in here, R&B, um, kind of even like the disco era. Personally, I do see influences of that in his work also. For he was a producer for Rockefeller Records, and he got into Rockefeller through Jay-Z, I believe, in the early 2000s. And basically, he came up just like any other rapper, but what I found interesting from his background is that his mom was a professor and his dad was, I think, like part a fellow of the Black Panther. And I forgot his other profession. I'll try to put it here. And he was basically middle class, so he always felt weird about um being middle class and trying to rap and produce, because he felt like he wasn't really part of like the struggle era. So he's like, you know, it's a weird mix when everyone in the industry was pretty much came from nothing, and then he's kind of like middle class, and he can't really relate to some of the stuff that they were talking about. Anyways, actually right that Jay-Z was very hesitant to put him as a rapper because of that, because the other rappers that were signed on to Rockefeller felt like he was more of a producer than a rapper, and he didn't. They probably felt like, well, you're middle class. Like, what are you gonna rap about? You don't really have any struggle. But he did it anyways. So, um, he also wrote Alicia Keys' "You Don't Know My Name," and I love that song of hers. And I think it's amazing that I freaking like that song, and he actually wrote it. So I was like, okay. So, like I said, he has a lot of success within his time, and I think that he not only showed artists and musicians that you can basically achieve anything that your little heart's desires, regardless of what people say, and that um, you can put your own labels on you. Like, if you want to be a rapper, you could be a rapper. If you want to be a singer, you could be a singer. Like, no one can tell you otherwise. And this was evident because College Dropout and Late Registration were both successes. I think he got one Grammy for College Dropout, and he got three for Late Registration, and then he got four Grammys for Graduation. And then I think he got like another four for My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So this just goes to show that, like, if he would have listened to what these people were saying about the fact that he wasn't a rapper and that he should just stick to being a producer, we wouldn't have these compositions that literally will be here forever. And yeah. Um on top of all of that, he also released Yeezy Season 1, which featured men and women streetwear, including oversized sweaters, military, and surplus inspired jackets, sneakers, boots, and etc. And then I think he did Yeezy Season 2 shortly after that one. Overall, I really enjoy his music, and I think that we should learn more about his music. I think composition wise, he just does such a good job of incorporating different styles of genres into one beat. And yeah, lyrically, he's amazing as well. And being able to portray um, his struggles, but and also connect that to other people's struggles, even though at the time he might have not known whether or not that was going to be a connection for people. So for me, at least, because I like ending in a good note, I think that um, a lot of the time we don't really uh, praise him as much. I'm not saying like to worship, but I'm saying, to praise the fact that he made all these amazing compositions. Um, he broke so many boundaries um, for other rappers and musicians to now experiment with their music more freely. He opened the gateway of like, even economically, who could rap. Now we have people who are middle class and even rich who are rapping and who are successful and have nothing to do with their economic status. Um, I will say that his music brings me a lot of joy and is why I listen to it. And I think that, and I saw it in a Instagram post. I'm gonna see if I can insert it here, but I don't know if I'll find it. But he was saying that his music is for the people to get inspired for themselves, to show themselves that they can do whatever the heck they want, that they are like the inspiration, that he's just uh, a vessel, kind of like a lane for you to get there, but that's literally what his music is for. um and the last thing I will say, because I know someone's gonna ask, and I'm very passionate about music, so in terms of albums, in terms of the four that I like and the four that I will be rating, this is so tough. Okay, I'm gonna try to do like fourth and down, because if I start with like the best one, it's not gonna happen. Okay. So I'm stuck between graduation and late registration. Actually, okay. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I'll put as fourth just because composition beautiful. I love every single song that's on that album. But that's kind of his later works. And I just feel like College Dropout had so much more rawness that I enjoyed in his albums. So I would put College Dropout as third. And my biggest struggle right now is graduation and late registration because I love them equally. And I don't want to put them as a tie because I hate when people do that. I think graduation goes second. When I was younger, I would have put graduation as first. Now, when I'm older, I feel like graduation is second. And but a very close second. And like late registration is first, because late registration literally is amazing. And it's so funny because my counselor for college was also saying that late registration is like a story from start to finish. Like the composition of that is just so well done. um so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little lesson. Let me know if you guys want me to do another artist. I'm even thinking of doing like the history of like hip hop, or like the history of like women in hip hop or something like that. So definitely let me know if you guys are interested in that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.